when you limit yourself by allowing some external entity to decide which conversations you're allowed to have and ones you cannot have, that is a tremendously horrifically bad impediment on your personal liberty and your freedom. I want the conversation to go wherever the conversation needs to go. I want to hear from everybody. And if you are down for the community, only condition I ask is, are you black first? Are you truly committed to your community? Do you put your community above your political party? Do you put your community above everything else, whether it's gender, sexuality, all these other things? Do you put your community above even your fraternity or sorority? I mean, even though we get along very well with the Divine Nine, I don't care if you're an alpha and he's an omega. No, y'all brothers first, but they understand that, right? Because we got alphas and omegas and all kinds of people that come to the convention as well. I think that's the solution. I really do. I think it's a self-esteem issue. Do we want to win or not? Do we want to be better or not? Do we want to solve problems or not? Because if all you do, if you think you're solving a problem by sitting around and complaining about the problem, then you're wrong. If you think you're solving a problem by sitting around complaining about the people that created the problem, then you're wrong. If you think you're solving the problem by limiting where your solutions can exist or what kind of solution you can implement, then it's not going to work. This is true from a mathematical standpoint. This is mathematically true. There's something when I taught math at the University of Kentucky, there's a class that we had called dynamic optimization. And what we would do is we would have a bunch of equations and you would be looking for solutions. And so they say, okay, there's 8 equations, which means there's 8 solutions. And what would happen mathematically? Pay attention. I want you to see, tell me if you can follow this, because I don't want to get too deep, but follow, see, let me know if you're getting this. Whenever you put a constraint on the system of equations, these equations are called systems. Whenever you put a constraint on the system, you obtain what is called a suboptimal solution. Let me say that again. Whenever you put a constraint on the system, you did not get the best solution. Why? Well, because you got a constraint. You're enslaving, you're controlling something. Right? So what happens is the problem with our community. Let me know, did y'all get what I'm saying? Give me a yes if you're following this. So what happens with the Black community is your community is looking for solutions. You're dealing with these systems and you're dealing with all kinds of constraints. Well, you can't, don't listen to no Republican because they don't know nothing, or economic constraints. Well, make sure you can be successful as you want as long as you work for white people, right? Like just all these things. Or we can be successful, but you got to be down with the culture. The culture. If you ain't down with the culture, then you ain't. All these stupid constraints, they are not working for you. That's why the problem doesn't get solved. I'm speaking as a mathematician here. In order to solve a problem, you must liberate yourself. You must liberate yourself personally and collectively if you're truly going to if you're trying to solve a problem with your family needs to be liberated from constraints. That means you need to you need to stop worrying about what the Joneses think, stop worrying about what people down the street are doing. In our family, I remember the brilliance of my parents that I love them for so much was that they didn't give a damn what people down the street were doing. I would say, well, so and so, he did the same thing and he didn't get grounded for 2 weeks. My mother would say, I don't care what they're doing. When my father got his credit score up, he would have all these relatives that would come by and want to borrow money or get him to co-sign for stuff. And he would say, I'm not doing nothing.